from MSNBC's Politics Nation, president of the National Action Network, and my good friend, Rev. There are a lot of people who don't really know the work of the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice. It's storied. This is a very big deal, stopping its work right now. What's the net effect it's going to have on people?
The net effect is that there will not be a department armed with federal law to protect citizens against hate crime against women, against crime against LGBTQ. The human rights of all of our citizens were protected by this division, the Civil Rights Division. And let's remember, when you mentioned George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and you could have mentioned Ahmaud Arbery, all of that happened while President Trump was president, and he did nothing. But the Civil Rights Division under Biden came in and prosecuted the police in George Floyd, even though they had faced state charges and state convictions, and in Ahmaud Arbery. And they had consent decrees with those police departments. With all of that removed, Trump is now trying to have a society where there would be no redress for the George Floyds, no redress for the Minneapolis police departments, as well as the departments that they put under decree under the Biden administration. A darker period in terms of dealing with the government not being accountable to protecting the citizens.
You're talking about DEI. Donald Trump has revoked a civil rights rule that prevents workplace discrimination that was enacted by Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1965. Quote, it forbade federal contractors from discriminating on the basis of race, color, religion, national origin, sex, sexual orientation, or gender identity. It granted the Labor Department the power to enforce its provisions. Obviously, some of that has evolved because in 1965 we weren't covering all that stuff, but this was kept in place by Nixon, by Ford, by Reagan, by Bush 41, by Bush 43, all the Democrats included, and for some reason in Donald Trump's first term. But now this idea of being anti-workplace discrimination is categorized as DEI, and it's gone.
It's gone, and you have to ask yourself, what is the motive? If Republican and Democratic presidents have maintained this, let's remember, affirmative action started under Richard Nixon, a Republican. His Deputy Secretary of Labor, Arthur Fletcher, wrote it. So what is so atrocious to Donald Trump that nobody before him saw? We certainly can't say the data says that the problems of racial discrimination at the workplace is something that warrants us to just go and do something else, that all of that is resolved. So he's playing to a race-based crowd. He's trying to, in many ways, play this us against them, which is why we've said in National Action Network and other groups that we've got to go after the private sector that wants to end DEI and say those that want to take that side, you don't want diversity, inclusion, and equity, then you should have a diverse consumer base. And we're going to 90 days, start targeting some of these companies that say, fine, you can go with Trump, but you will not have our consumer dollar.
Now on those dueling pardons between the outgoing and incoming administrations. First, newly sworn-in President Trump issued roughly 1,500 pardons on his first day in office and commuted the sentences of 14 of his supporters in connection with the January 6th insurrection. Trump explained that decision while in the Oval Office yesterday.
On hours just outside of Boston, where this team of elite ICE officers is briefing on their targets for the day.
We're going to be targeting some extremely violent offenders today.
Within moments, the officers are on the move, with eyes on their first target.
Looks like we got to move at target vehicle come out.
They quickly take him into custody. He's an MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder. And he has an Interpol red notice out for his arrest.
We are
In New Jersey's largest city, the most fervent fears of the immigrant community playing out Thursday.
ICE agents stormed into this place of business without a valid judicial warrant.
What did they say?
In the morning. We just need to see the documentation and the people you have working. Why? You looking for anything? What are you looking for? No, just had some complaints.
He says 3 people were hauled out of work by immigration agents for unknown reasons. ICE telling Pix 11 it did a targeted enforcement operation. Mayor Ras Baraka saying they unlawfully terrorized people, quote, detaining undocumented residents as well as citizens without producing a warrant. One of the detainees is a U.S. military veteran and had his military documentation questioned.
What's up? What's up, YouTube? I'm back. And y'all could probably tell by the look on my face that this ain't gonna be one of them real nice, happy, friendly videos. I just put some stuff on the beginning of this video for people to see because I like to speak facts. It's been 4 days. Well, now 5. Today is Friday. But yesterday when I saw this stuff, when I got through riding, I took some time last night to try to keep up, see what's going on. Like I keep reminding y'all, I got kids and I got grandkids that's still in America. So I'm gonna always keep up with what's going on, because sometimes I think they're not really keeping up with it themselves, to be honest with you. You know, young people, you know, they're a little bit different these days. You know, they think long as they got a good job, money, house, car, stuff like that, that everything is just all right. You ain't worried about nothing. But America better pay attention to what these clowns are doing, because they, man, this is 5 days. It's day 5 now that he been the president. 5 days. And look at all this stuff that's done happened. And look at the moves that he is making. And he's not making these moves on his own, because whether you know it or not, he's not that smart. I mean, he's not that. He listened to some people that want to take you back to the 60s. That's what's really going on. That's what's really in the back of their mind. I don't know if they think people are gonna just buy down and go back to the way they think things when America was great to them in their eyes. I'm not there, so I mean, hey, and I'm so thankful that I'm not there, because if I had to wake up to this kind of stuff on the news with my mindset and the way I think, man, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it, because it's just not that type of lifestyle. I couldn't have lived back in the 50s and 40s and all them days. That's why I don't want to be over there listening at this kind of stuff every day, because it might push me to do some stuff that I don't want to talk about. There's too much going on, man. We talked about 5 days. 5 days. This dude supposedly got 4 years. And the reason I say supposedly, because I think it's a whole nother plan. This guy don't plan on leaving out this place. I'm telling you right now. This is his end game move. I know people don't understand, because everybody look at democracy. Well, we got democracy. Yeah, you got it right now. But when you go and you can go to the Washington, D.C., and you can take people and just do whatever they want to do, go in and take people hostage, and I mean, just act a complete fool. And then this man come out and give you a pardon. So now people's mind is like, oh, if we can do that, we can do anything. We can do anything we want to do. This is who we want to be, our king, our forever. Because he's taking us back when America was great again. Man, people better pay attention. Pay really close attention to what's going on. Because I was born in 1969. So I didn't live in that era where you can't get a job, or you got to get to the back of the bus and all that kind of stuff, man. I don't know nothing about that life. And I know the young people in America don't know nothing about that kind of lifestyle. It's already hard enough for a melanated person to get a good job because it's already stacked up against you. You already got to be 10 times better, 10 times faster. You already got to be all this. Now they telling you that they can look you in your face and deny you because of your skin color or the way you look, or you might be gay, or whatever the situation is. They can just look at you and say, nah, we don't want you, and ain't nothing can be done. You just got to get up and walk off. That's all you can do. That's what this is doing. And that other, like, postponing all this civil rights stuff, man, y'all got to understand what they're doing. So they're saying, if the police, how you get paid? Look at all these families that get killed when the police don't go to jail. They get paid because they suing and this and that. When they trying to postpone your civil, telling you you can't do this, they looking out for the police and stuff like that. They ain't looking out for the people no more. That's why he pausing all this civil rights stuff. We already done been looked at as 3/5 of a man. And we thought we had got past all this. Now, you finna see who your white friends are, your white girlfriends, her families, your white husbands, their families. You about to see some real truth, because it's finna change. When they start trying to take civil rights and change laws and change civil rights laws, man, things are finna change. And everybody keeps sitting around like it's not a big deal, which that's what I don't understand. I don't get it. And I'm watching how they rounded up all these people. They doing their job. They snatching them up. They say they starting out with the criminals. Okay, do that. But also you go into places that ain't, just like I see in a restaurant, just going into a restaurant, snatching up people, holding everybody hostage, checking papers, I'm like, dang. So I got a question. So they trying to take your civil rights? That mean you ain't gonna be able to get the kind of job that you think you want, because they ain't got to give it to you now. So when they take all the immigrants away, and all these big time farmers and everybody need people to go and work on their land, before who you think going? Who you think they gonna want to go? You think they going? Do you think they gonna go out there and work this farm and walk up and down that field and all the little mediocre jobs that these people do that we said we weren't doing no more? When they get rid of all them, who do you think they're gonna be trying to put on them jobs? That's why they setting up to where they trying to make sure you don't get the good jobs. They finna do that right now. That's already happening. Look at it. Pay attention. Pay attention. DEI. Pay attention to all this stuff they knocking down. Like, when I say he knocking it down, he knocking it down. And then he gonna even tell people to snitch. Tell on you. If you don't tell, you can be punished. Dude. So I use that same tactic as a father growing up. I used to tell my kids, hey, if one of y'all do something you don't tell me, and I find out you gonna be in just as much trouble. So what you think happened? They made sure I knew. That's what he doing right now. He got people in the federal government right now typing up stuff, snitching on people. They a DEI worker. They a DEI this, DEI that. Man, so they already setting people up to get laid off. Come on, America. And we sitting around with our eyes wide shut. Man, come on, man. These people on a mission. And I ain't seen nothing this swift, this fast. The changes that they done made this fast, man. Like I said, I didn't live in the 60s. But I've been around for 55 years. And I done went through a whole lot of presidents. I ain't seen nothing. And I mean, I ain't seen absolute nothing that's to move like this guy done come in and move and to set America back. I'm over here in Africa, in Ghana. And people are looking at this like, what are they doing? America is the laughing stock of the world right now. I hope y'all don't think people looking up to America. Man, people are laughing at America. And let me say this to my African people that's on this continent. And I mean this sincerely. Look at what's going on in America and look how you treat white people. Look how white people treat your brothers and sisters in America, because they steal your brothers and sisters some kind of way down the line. Look at how white people treat your brothers and sisters in America, and look how you treat white folks when you see them over here. Because I got a big problem with that. They treat white people like they something special. And I'd be like, man, you don't even know what you're doing. You ain't got a clue. But I do tell them, because hey, it is what it is. These countries need to start treating people the same way America treating their people. Yeah, it needs to be done just like that, because that's the only thing they understand. They don't understand rationale. They don't understand none of that. Nothing. Nah, they gotta be shown the same thing they dish out. That's all they gonna understand. So it is what it is. I just ain't got no love for it. When I say none, if I could go a negative none, I got a negative none love for what I see going on right now in America. And that's real. So yeah, I'm highly pissed off today, because I'm trying to figure out, if my kids continue to stay, what kind of situation my grandkids gonna be in. What kind of situation? What's the plan? You know, if you ain't, see, that's the thing that we got to understand. Most of the people, the military people that fought and died and now I'm from the South, so I seen a lot of stuff as far as like research when I was younger. All this stuff they out here fighting for. They out here getting hosed down with water hoses, getting dogs sicked on them, getting hung. They went through all this kind of stuff. And it wasn't so much for them, because most of them was older like people. Some of them was young, but I mean, it wasn't so much for them. It was for the future. They was doing stuff for their kids and their grandkids. They wanted them to have a better life. So now that this is going on, what's going to happen? Who going to step up? Who gonna want to get the dog sick on them? Who gonna want to get hosed down? Who gonna want to get hung for the cause? Who gonna want to do that? now for your kids and your grandkids is coming. Because at the rate they going, they want this. They want this war. I can tell you right now. They trying to pin the black man against the white man. That's the big goal. This is what they doing. This is what they want. Because they want to put you back in your place. And what they think your place is. So, man, I'm not going to hold y'all long because I know this is not the kind of video that people really want to see. But unfortunately today, this is the kind of video that I'm making. Because right now, I'm just in a kind of like in a bad space right now. Looking at what's going on in America. Because like I said, I do got my people still there. And I don't know how much they paying attention. I don't think people really paying attention. You know, you don't understand something until you don't have, when it's taken away. See, that's the thing. You dealing with this type of people. You are dealing with the type of people that would take it away. See, that's why I say people need to learn history. Don't forget who you're dealing with. Don't forget Wall Street was doing just great. Wall Street was a beautiful place to be. But they came in, burnt it down. Just devious like that. So don't think it's gonna change. Yeah, you got it right now. But what if you don't? Man, we gotta think, man. This is sad that our people over here just walking around every day like this stuff is not happening in your face. And they doing it in a bold fashion. I mean, this is the boldest stuff I done seen in my lifetime. I'm not talking about other, I know it's been some, I'm talking about just my lifetime. This is the boldest stuff I done seen that just come from a president himself and this government that he's shaping up to be something just for him, because for his end game. He been shaping up the Supreme Court. He done that before he left. Now he coming in, he trying to shape up everything, and he getting everything else in line because he got an end game. And it's not to come out of this doggone White House. He want to be like Putin. He want to be like China's chief. He want to be like North Korea. That's what he really want. That's the end game. People got to really open your eyes and see. And what he doing right now, the way he lining up all these folks to be in charge, and the people that he listening to, and the people that he's catering to, he's setting himself up. Cause if I was planning to take over, I would do the exact same thing. That's how I would do it. I would, if you plan on knocking down democracy, he going about the situation right. And that's just keeping it real. But us, man, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up, man. But I'm gonna get off because the longer I go, probably the mad I get. So, and I don't need to be mad over here because my life is too good. But as a father and as a grandfather that love his people to death, I just wish they could see what I see, but I can't make them see what I see. But I still worry, and that's real. So we'll holler. Peace.